Hello everybody and welcome to Season 2 at Formula 3 for Round 4 at the Chinese Grand Prix. I do apologise for the late starting. It turns out my internet decided, actually, do you know what, we're going to go at a snail's pace today. Then decided to copy the download file for the newly oh Christ, there goes PB Racing, really sliding around the bend. I couldn't catch it quite in time. So it took about 10 minutes for it to copy the file, and now I'm here. Streamer Bopop97. Been a while since I've done one of these. You can really see PB Racing is actually struggling around the track here. Probably should have done a track guide, but to be fair, I didn't quite have time to do that just yet. We're here in qualifying, 13 minutes to go. Everybody's out on their out laps, and some people already. Wow, this is probably more than my own streams on my own channel, which I'm not going to plug or else I'll get in trouble. Messi 15101 is retired, I think. Sorry. Oh. Actually, let's get some numbers up here. Gap, fastest lap, detail. So we're going to do... That's not how we're going to do it. There we go, right. So we've already got Baboon J at 48.5. Riley Buys, whatever. At a 48.8, wide load Billy at a 50 dead, V8 Field 50.4, Callum Anderson 51.7, and Golden Crimson has just done a 49.3, and No Future to See has just gone P2 with a 48.6. Let's see who else is going to be... Oh, hello, that's Callum Anderson there, who's lost it, starting a new lap. Actually, who's coming up to cross the line? We've got quite a few on the back straight already. You've got DRS Aquaplaning coming into the pits and nearly losing it, actually. Get a few people up. PB Racing's done a 2:05, so he's going to be looking to improve that time. The Ferrari of TTG Vitino has done a 49.8. Dean Gamer, what's he done? Or has he just started his lap? I think he's just started his lap because the Ferrari's just gotten out of the way. And everybody else seems to have just come into the pits. So maybe they're just trying to do a bit of a banker lap. And apparently my internet connection is not sufficient to broadcast gameplay. I'll be the judge of that. Let me check. Okay, the good news is we're still streaming. Thank God. And F1 Fan Red Bull 22 has actually gone out on the intermediate tyres. Well, he's fitted the intermediate tyres. It looks like it's wet conditions to me, to be honest. Do we still have people on outlaps? Wide Billy's a second down. But I think this actually could be a proper lap from him. Stay 7th. I think he was just starting a new lap there. Flick through the order, see if anybody else is doing a lap or just about to finish one. Now you got the McLaren of Golden Crimson coming in. Callum Anderson. What's he going to be doing from a 51.7? He's 11 seconds down, so I think that was just a cool down lap for the tyres. Vitino, he's coming down the back straight. What's he up to? And the first comment of the stream. Hello, you win viewer of the day. How about that? You are the viewer of the stream. I don't know. I don't even know if we give prizes or whatever. Although OneHub does. Actually, probably shouldn't say that. Plugging other leagues. Anyway, besides the point, TTG Vitino, 6 seconds down, not a representative lap. Although Golden Crimson also come out on intermediates. And, oh, hello. And that is Dean Gamer YouTube going around the first corner. Not ideal. Notick still hasn't set a representative lap time on 2 lap old wet tyres. Not sure, he should still be doing a lap. Less than 10 minutes to go. I'd hope everybody should know exactly what they're going to be doing in terms of tyres, because to be honest, it actually does look like it's starting to become intermediate conditions. Yeah, I mean, look, if you look at the screen, The rain isn't coming down as hard and the track is slowly starting to form a line. Sector 2 yellow flag, we'll check that in a second. Notix does a 50.6. Although I think that didn't count, unfortunately. Sector 2, let's see what that is. I think that's for Dean Gamer again. He's struggling to come to terms with the tyres, probably. 05. No, I think he's just started a lap as well. Set of wet tyres. Wide Load Billy decides to just cut the circuit. Very lucky to not rejoin on the racing line, actually. Nope, Golden Crimson's gone back on the intermediates, so we don't know what's going on with him. Oh, Christ, and Wide Load Billy nearly collected the Ferrari then. PB Racing's decided to go on to intermediates as well, so it looks like the track does seem to be drying somewhat. And that's Callum Anderson again going off, causing another yellow flag. Getting far too many of these, actually. Brilliant shot of the Renault, though. You could see the brake disc just glowing. There you go, that's beautiful. Oh, and in cruel irony, DRS aquaplaned into the gravel. I think he's at a corner. He's at sector 2/3, so I assume he's coming around the banking. Yep, he's just coming up to the back straight. Anybody? Oh, yeah, still yellow flag, so now anybody's going to be... Oh, his tyres are going to be shot if he's going to be trying a lap. I think Golden Crimson is going to be the first driver to set a... Another sector 3 yellow flag. I think that's for Wide Load Billy. He's slowed right down. No, it takes us back to a 50.1. See who's doing what exactly. I'm really struggling to keep up. Oh, hello, and that's Notix has gone off. That's at... And corner. Not sure which one it is. Oh, and Callum Anderson's like... Corner cuts galore here. Like, people just really seem to be struggling with the track conditions today. Crasher up to... Oh, Haas nearly got in his way then of Art Ivan then, I think. Yeah, you just had to let him through again. People are still coming in, so I think it's really starting to change conditions now. People are struggling to make up their minds if they want to go out on fresh wets or fresh inters. Oh, PB Racing's gone right to the side, whether someone's coming up. Oh no, he's just gone straight into the pit. Oh, has he done a Hamilton? Oh, well, of course he hasn't, because there's no gravel there anymore. I don't know what I was talking about. So we've got Callum Anderson, Golden Crimson, TTG Vitino, and DRS aquaplaning, all on intermediate tyres. Oh, and that's Notix also going wide as well. People struggling with the braking point as well. 2/10 for Golden Crimson's improvement. At this rate, that'll put him 4th, just ahead of PMP Storm 72 UK. I'm just going to stick on board with him, see what his lap time is going to be. Oh, good catch from the McLaren. Oh, he nearly lost it again. Oh, and he's stopping. Still going for it though. He's still in hot lap mode. I don't know what he's quite up to at the moment. As the likes of UWAP Baboon J, PMP, and PB Racing are all coming out on intermediate tyres, as well as Wide Load Billy. Right, what's Crimson going to be doing? No improvement. It's 2 seconds down, so If he didn't stop on that back straight, well, unless he invalidated, which I'm not too sure. Actually, to be fair, I'm still not sure as to why he's in hot lap mode. Yellow flag sector 3, who might this be for? Doesn't say yet. What's New Zealand Cam doing? 'Cause he's still in the pits. Strange move from Cam. I'm already seeing a lot of improvement. Everybody else has set their lap. Else just seems to be coming out on inters very slowly. Only about 3 minutes to go, so they've cut it with a bit of time left. They should have enough time to go out, get a taster for what the track conditions are like, do one lap, and then push for another one. So it would take about 3.5 minutes, around about 3 minute 40. Another yellow flag, that's for Golden and Crimson. He slowed right down. Not sure where that is on the track. Probably should put track guide on. V8 field went. He's still on wets. He's the only driver that's out at the moment that's on wet tyres, so I don't think he's going to be able to get in, change his tyres and do a lap. Although Vittino, yeah, he's just switched to intermediates as we speak there. Callum Anderson, however, has gone half a second quicker. That could put him ahead of wide load Billy. Whilst we're on board with Callum Anderson now, I'm just going to have a quick look at the leaderboard, see if anything changes. Whereas at this moment in time, it's Ewart Baboon J with a 48.5, only a tenth ahead of No Future to See. Quite close to top 3. I was going to say, funnily enough, all powered by Honda, but of course McLaren aren't. I'm still stuck in 2018. What am I thinking? Right, where's my drink gone? He says whilst looking away from the screen like I shouldn't be doing, like a good commentator. It does look like to be... Oh, hello. Someone's gone faster. That's DRS aquaplaning in P4 with a 48.9. Okay, so it looks like the top 4 really starting to gun for it. What's Callum Anderson doing? He's run out of deployment. Pole. Oh my. That is quick. The Alfa Romeo Callum Anderson with no deployment left in the final 2 corners. Wide load Billy's gone faster. Track conditions are improving, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute 30 to go. This is still all to play for. All the lap times you saw before were set on wet tyres, obviously, and everybody is gunning for it. I really should have seen that coming. Oh, wide load Billy's retired. Has he had a crash? Has he just retired? Now, don't quote me on this, but I think you're not allowed to retire while the session is still going on and you're out on track, because that causes yellow flags, etc. Right, let's see what happens. Who's coming up to the line? I think Ewart Baboon J actually is. He's just coming around the final corner now. PB Racing's gone P2 with a 47.5. This really is still all to play for. Very nearly corner cut for Baboon J there. What's it going to be? 2 seconds down, so he's not improved. Well, he's got one more lap to prove himself. What can he do? PMP Storm UK has gone with a 46.7. Oh, 46.5 for Dean Gamer in the Racing Point. This is really starting to hot up. Who else do we have? Vittino's just starting a new lap. Dean Gamer's retired. Again, don't quote me on what I said about retiring before anything ends. Crasher has gone 48.5. DRS aquaplane is coming to the pits. I think that's the end of his session. Someone else has improved. Golden Crimson 46.1. Everyone's really improving. Baboon J has gone half a second quicker in the second sector. That's Cam. He's missed the deadline. Don't know what's happened to him. He didn't come out at all, and neither is F1 fan Red Bull. I don't know whether either of them had a disconnection. No Future to See. What's he going to be doing? I think he's going to be one of the first official runners to cross the line. It's second with a 46.1. Who else is going to be doing 46.1s? This could be really great to see. Riley Byes has gone fourth with a 46.7. Anybody else coming to the line? F1 fan Red Bull, he did do a lap. Okay, so that's a 49.9 from him. PB Racing, what's he going to be doing? 6th with a 47.2. PMP Storm UK's just come around the corner. Baboon J, he wasn't able to improve much from his provisional pole lap on the wet tyres and does a 48.5. Crasher has gone half a second faster in his second sector. We'll keep an eye on what he's done. Also notice if anybody improves. No future to see. No, Vittino has gone. I think there might be no future to see. He's gone P2. Crasher goes 7th, sorry, with a 47.1. Notix does a 47.5. Really struggling to keep up. Oh, Ivan nearly collects the back of Riley, I think that was. No, that was Golden Crimson. Is he still going for another lap? No, he isn't. It's my bad. I think no future to see might be actually. Well, it doesn't look like he's improving at the moment. So it's just between Art Ivan and Golden Crimson. Sorry, and no future to see. My bad. No future. 2-second improvement apparently, but wasn't enough to get pole. And Art Ivan comes into the pits. Ladies and gentlemen, that is qualifying for the Chinese Grand Prix Round 4, Season 2 for Formula 3. This is your top 3. Golden Crimson with a stonking lap of a 146.1. Another stonking lap as well by No Future to See with a 46.1. And TTG Vittino just 0.3 off with a 46.4. And with dry conditions coming up, who knows how each of our drivers have set their cars up, sorry. So you've got to think, did the top drivers set their cars up for qualifying? And did those in the midfield set their cars up for the race? This is the sort of thing you've got to think about in these sort of conditions, because if you've got if you've got one wet session and one dry session, which session do you set up for? I mean, the most common sense thing to do would be to set up for the race. That's where all the results count. I mean, last time I checked, you don't get points in EVR for qualifying results. There's your results from qualifying. Let's actually go down to the bottom. So it was Messi 15.101 and Cam who didn't set a time at all. Again, not sure what happened to both of them, although I think Cam might have disconnected. Whereas Messi just, I think he might have crashed. I'll just turn the volume up on my headset so I can actually hear what's going on. Oh, excuse me. It's at this point that I probably realise that I don't have my actual audio working. Right, so drivers on the grid, getting their setup sorted. Of course, I think once Parc Fermé regulations have come into effect, I think you can only change your front wing and your brake bias. Again, of course, common sense. You'd probably go one click higher on the front wing because, you know, you've got to do this for about 20 odd laps. 20, maybe even 30 or 40. However long the actual Grand Prix is. I think Chinese Grand Prix is 53 laps, so looking about 21. So that's my tip for anybody who's doing racing like this in leagues. Go one click up on the front wing. Get better turning, although you probably get a bit worse tyre wear. Driver seems to be going... Oh, thank God, I thought I was the start of the race then. Majority of the drivers actually seem to be going onto the medium tyre rather than the soft. Let's actually get those up. Detail... tyres, there we go. Yep, and F1 Fan Red Bull on the hards, as is ART Ivan. And Wide Load Billy as well as Callum Anderson. I'll tell you what, I can't wait to see what's going to be happening, because if you've got the midfield that really could have gone for pole but set their cars up for the dry, this could really be something, because you might have the likes of I'm not saying they're slow, but you could have the likes of Golden Crimson, Vittino and No Future sort of backing them into other cars. This is going to be brilliant to see. Lap data, I don't know if we really need it unless it starts raining. Go interval. Oh, we don't need TV pod. Broadcast is where it's at, so you get all the better angles, of course. Track map, I don't really think we need it. So I think we've got all we need here. We weren't going to do that. There we go. Seeing 18 Formula 1 cars just charging at you, weaving. Oh my. The fear that'll probably be running through your body. I think it's like what NASCAR people say. Like, imagine being stood at one of the banking and seeing about 50 cars coming at you at 210 miles an hour. I don't know. Somehow I think Formula 1 cars are more aggressive than NASCARs. What am I talking about NASCAR for? I'm just rambling. Well, that is one of my characteristics of my streams. I tend to ramble on so there's no dead air. I was talking of dead air and I'm not exactly talking right now. Where exactly is Cam? He's not even on the timing. No, I think he's completely disconnected from the session, but is still counted in the standings for God knows what reason. Oh Christ, hello, who's that? That baboon boy? Yes it is. He's just stood there on the grid. He didn't even set off. His tyres are going to be freezing. Even colder than it is here in the UK with Storm Dennis. I swear all storms are named after girls. Don't know why I said that. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chinese Grand Prix. Are we going to see the lights? Yes, we are. We got 2 lights, 3 lights, 4, and the Chinese Grand Prix is go! Golden Crimson not exactly the best of starts. Future C is really coming down to turn 1. DRS complaining, Ivan, Red Bull fan, all losing out immediately. Vittino losing out to Dean Gamer, Callum Anderson to Riley Buys. Crasher seems to be holding his position. No, not yet. Crasher's back up into 5th. Wonderful stuff. And start there for him. Alfa Romeo pushing a McLaren into the corners there. No ticks ahead of Ivan. Aquaplaning still down, as is Red Bull. Future C and Golden Crimson managing to hold P2 and 1. Dean Gamer P3. Vittino P4. Crasher 5. PMP Storm and Wilo Billy P7. No ticks and PB Racing fighting there. I think Notix has just got the better of him there. Yes, there it is. The Mercedes behind the Williams there. Messi 15.01 ahead of Callum Anderson. There's contact very slightly. Ferrari looking to get into the mix, but that's not happening. Ferrari down the inside of the Alfa Romeo. Ferrari trying to hang around the outside, and it just works. There we go. So that is just... Oh, Christ, and that Williams has come right out. Messi attacking V8 field there. Golden Crimson already pulling out a 1 second gap to no future. F1 fan Red Bull really losing out at the start, 11 seconds behind, so he must have had a really poor start, or gathered some sort of collision. Yep, there we go, front wing damage on the left hand side. DRS complaining ahead of V8 field. Baboon Boy ahead of Riley Buys, going down to the hairpin. V8 field ahead of Callum Anderson. Moves are really starting to be lined up here. Although no future is gained from that 1 second down to 4/10. Definitely not seeing any exponential gaps at the start, which is good to see. At the start, who's been the big losers? That sounds bad. Position change. Callum Anderson's dropped massively to P16, losing 11 positions there. Biggest gainer, however, is Messi 15.01 from 17th, I think it was. Oh, and as we're saying that, Crimson ahead of V8 field. F1 fan pit. Oh, clatters the Haas there of Ivan. Alpha trying to go around the outside, can't keep it there, trying to duck to the inside. Ivan keeps the position. And Riley Buys, that's a collision somewhere. The Toro Rosso of Baboon J. He might have front wing damage. No, he doesn't. Right, let's get off this Position change view. Ivan and V8 Field still going at it. I don't think the Williams is going to be able to hang around the outside there, surely. No, because of course you've got the internal banking, although we could have a good run going down the back straight, getting up the slipstream. Callum Anderson's going to get that massive double toe. Oh, Christ, they're really scrapping it out down the back straight. Calm down, boys. It's only the second lap. Lovely around the outside from V8 Field on Ivan. Well, that Toro Rosso really looks to be slowing down. He's 2 seconds behind aquaplaning, so he must have picked up some sort of damage. Apart from that, everything seems to be quietening down a little bit. I'll tell you what, he's got the biggest job of all to do. This man, F1 Fan Red Bull 22, 46.9 behind Callum Anderson. Looks like the top three is slowly starting to get away from Vittino. The 1.5 second gap between Dean and TTG there. Could we see PMP make a move on Crasher? Oh, that's very late braking. Oh, I think he's going to try and set himself up for a move down the back straight into the hairpin. Let's keep an eye on Riley Byes. He could actually make a move. Oh, DRS activated as well. Easy position made. Could it be? Down the inside he's looking to go. Affirming his position. Down the inside. Unless the Mercedes can make a switch back. He's definitely seen that one coming. Oh, the Mercedes nearly lost it on exit. Really poor traction for the Mercedes car. Although Riley is still going to get DRS. Could he catch Notix at half a second? I'm not sure. He was looking to the inside, and Golden Crimson down to no future in turn one. Wow, I completely missed that move. I do apologise. I'd like to try... Oh, Christ, and there goes Golden Crimson. Oh, I thought that was him out then. Well, that could be out of contention for a win, or even a podium. And he goes wide. Has he let Billy through as well? No, he hasn't. Drama really starting to cook up as the laps build. Now this could be something with Golden Crimson holding up. Oh no, Wilder Billy's gotten past him. Williams is looking to get through as well of Notix. Oh, very close. What about Riley on his own teammate? Down the inside, surely. Easy pickings. And Golden Crimson losing out to PB Racing and possibly to DRS aquaplaning as well before he even gets to the pits. Very easy move from the Ferrari. Load Billy. Wouldn't hope he's sticking around the outside. No, he's not. I'd leave it to turn one. Oh, and Billy's gone massively wide. Really losing his composure there. Riley as well behind Notix still. Nothing going to be made of it so far. Oh, and everybody's pitting. Messi's pit. Crimson's pit. V8 Field's got a 3-second time penalty. I assume that'll be for Crimson. Goes straight onto the hards. Maybe he's trying to last him to the end of the race. Yellow in sector 3. Oh, and that's F1 Fan. Lost it coming out the exit of the banked corner going onto the back straight. Oh dearie me. There's a minute 7 seconds down. You never know what happens. Golden Crimson 23 seconds behind V8 Field. And Notix and Wilo Billy ahead of Riley. Clearly some diving down several insides has happened. No future on Dean Gamer, actually. This could be something to... Nothing yet. Dean Gamer has kept that position very fairly. And the battle for 6th place still going strong, and F1 fan has called it a day. You can hardly blame him being a minute down. Sort of got a feel for him. I mean, he was... Virtual safety car has been called, right. Could anyone pit for hard at this point? Oh well, no, because virtual safety car doesn't last that long on these games. Did he park it somewhere? I won't tell you, of course it won't. There we go, and it's ended. Virtual safety car. No future is still stuck right to the back of Dean Gamer. Almost be like a regular safety car for most of the field, those that aren't more than a second behind. Let me move tried into the braking zone. None yet. See who's closest at the moment. PMP Storm on Crasher. Maybe even Vatina won no future for P2. No, I don't see a move happening just yet. Oh, I really thought from the way the camera angle came out, I thought he was going to try a dive bomb down the inside. Aquaplaning on PB Racing, however, not going to happen yet. Whereas the backfield, nothing's being made at the moment, so I don't really see... That's surprising, after virtual safety car ending, no overtakes happening so far. Actually, aquaplaning down the inside of the Mercedes of PB Racing. Took the space for granted there. Hanging around the outside, maybe. Oh, and that's the Mercedes gone. I assume there was contact. That's the one thing you can't do. If you're going to stick around the outside, you've got to make sure that you got to make sure the other car knows you're there. You can't just stick down the inside. Sorry, you can't just stay around the outside and just assume the car on the inside's got to give you room, because at the end you're the one that's dictating the space given. So from what I could tell, oh, and that's another one gone. That's you up Baboon J. They were very close, so I think, oh Christ, here we go. And Baboon Boy's, oh, he's lost several places. So I think on that initial incident with PB Racing, I think Aquaplaning might have to take the blame. I'm not sure. I didn't see any on board though. I just saw who came out of what positions. Here we go. No future again on Dean Gamer. These two really on each other's tails, with Vatino not backing down still. So no future got a much tighter entry, and he's going to get a better run in his turn one. Or he's going to try around the outside. This could be something to watch. Oh, it's not even made before turn one. He's made easy pickings of that move. Mercedes trying it on Crasher. Nothing yet. Any other moves to be done to turn one? Not yet. Baboon has had to pit, I assume, because front wing damage. All about PMP Storm on Crasher. I think that's going to be a move for the hairpin. PB Racing very fairly ahead of V8 Field, I'd reckon. I'm surprised PB Racing didn't come out with front wing damage. Riley Byes versus wide load Billy. I think that might be a position for the McLaren. Keep an eye on this. Might be moved to turn 1. No, not yet, but however, no ticks on with aquaplaning. Whoa! And move very easily done by aquaplaning on Notix. I don't know why Notix decided to defend the inside so aggressively like that. What about VA Field on PB Racing? Nothing yet. These two still stuck together after all that in turn 1. Could this be moved down the inside? It's looking likely. Although I wouldn't. Again, a move to be set up for the back straight. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay on board with Notix. Yeah, for his move on aquaplaning, surely he's got to get this one done. Does he have a straight line? I don't think so. Looks like DRS aquaplaning is actually managing to stay ahead. Actually, that's why he's got no deployment mode selected. So it looks like he's on 13%. His harvesting really isn't doing all that good versus his deployment. So I expect him to drop back. Actually, both drivers are on quite low ERS modes. This could be this could be quite close. Got no DRS on 0, and no ticks on 0 as well. Really having to harvest as much as they can. Meanwhile, PMP Storm on Crasher. Crasher looking for Vittino as well. Looks like Vittino isn't quite able to keep up with the pace of the top two. Oh, and that's both of them gone! That's Vittino and Crasher gone! Oh, Christ! And the McLaren nearly collected the Renault there. Although I think they just lost their rear ends. V8 Field on PB Racing, however. Ah, PB Racing's gone, that's why. Not sure what's happened to him there. Meanwhile, Vittino on Crasher. He was one of the losers from P3. Both Ferraris, actually. No, sorry, just Vittino. Aquaplaning very nearly got the better of his teammate. That promotes Riley Byes into P4 and Wide Load Billy into P5. Actually, let's stay on board with this, see if either Ferrari can make a move. Not at the moment, no. I just caught the end of that, and I think both cars just sort of spun, like they just lost their rear ends. Hello, Ivan on Anderson. Inside of turn 1, going down to turn 2. PB Racing's pit. What's going on with Golden Crimson's gearbox? You see that? Baboon J's out! Oh no, of course, because he's had front wing damage. Well, what's Messi doing? Stuck in second gear. He's gone up to what is going on? Golden Crimson's speeding under virtual safety. Oh my Christ! I've just seen. Yeah. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. That's on me. My bad, everybody. My bad. Didn't see the virtual safety car was enabled. That's on me. Did I just see? I swear I just saw a screenshot of rain. You know that little flash of rain that goes on just before it's about to come on. Anyway, oh, Christ, hello. Callum Anderson's actually trying to move on Ivan under the safety car. What are you doing, man? Don't try it. Oh, whoa, no, actually. PMP Storm's in the pits. Callum Anderson's extended track limits far too much. He's going to be rewarded with a 5-second time penalty for that. Meanwhile, both Ferraris looking tough, feisty for another. Down the inside goes Vitina. Sorry, aquaplaning. Not really giving aquaplaning enough room to try and move there. Although it looks like the soft runners are now starting to come in on their mediums to go onto hard tyres on the end. Yeah, looks like everyone's going on to mediums now. Callum Anderson on Ivan down the inside. The Haas just can't stick it around the outside. Or can he? Oh my! That was fantastic. And Ivan was on a lower energy setting as well. So how he managed to hang that around the outside. And Royally also pits. As I was saying, with no future, slowly starting to build a gap. Vittino pits. What is the fact that he's got front wing damage, or is he just pitting? No, he's got a front wing damage, just pitting onto hards. Oh! Ivan and Anderson still at it. It's like PMP Storms managed to make a bit of an undercut to come back up to P7. Messi on Crimson. No, oh no, Crimson's pit, of course. 15.01 has done a 37.9 on hards. Of course, as the fuel burns off, the pace comes up. Just like that, battle's over for the time being between Ivan and Callum Anderson. Colin Crimson's gearbox still isn't going quite right. Is he just losing pace? No, it doesn't look like it. The speed on that car. That's like about an extra 20 Ks. Oh, 20 Ms. It's like after the pit stops, the field's starting to thin out. See who's doing what. Yeah, Ivan's dropped back. Well, no, it's actually gained time. Or Callum's just dropped back. Got aquaplaning coming in. Yeah, if Parc Ferme rules weren't in effect, you could actually go from just, well, mediums to mediums. Click from Ferrari there. Golden Crimson with V8 field still. So I think that is move made. Unless switchback can be made. Nothing of the sort yet. Actually, Notic's come out right behind aquaplaning and between him and Messi as well. Move looks viable. Nothing just yet. And so it seems No Future and Dean Gamer might be coming on the same lap. See if they can try and undercut one another. Just stay on this battle for the moment. Doesn't look like DRS aquaplaning is just up to temperature yet. But I reckon from either of the top two, okay, so it's No Future. So I think he's going to stick it out ahead. Oh no, they've both come in. But I assume because neither of them got front wing damage. I think that order's going to stay the same. Messi on no ticks, however. Any defense from the Williams? Nothing yet. And so there was a touch of contact there between the two. And look at this. Callum Anderson has come right between No Future and Dean. Oh, wow. That has really messed up Dean's chances of coming back to a podium here. Although Callum has done quite a considerable job. Hello, DRS aquaplaning versus Messi. Williams trying to poke through as well, nothing yet. Oh, a bit of a slide from the Renault. Dive down the inside, Ricciardo style, around the outside. Very late judgment call. Couldn't make it, outbroke himself. What about round the outside down here, where Ivan managed to make a move? Nope, not yet. Looks like he's going to have to hang back for another lap. What about a Dean Gamer on Callum Anderson? Dean's really trying to... Oh, Callum, I think, is due a pit stop maybe, unless he can take these tyres to the end, because I think he pitted very early on. Yeah, because we're on... Oh no, he might have stayed on. Oh, I'm not sure. I'll have to check the stops in a moment. No Future has overtaken Ivan. Easy pickings. Dean Gamer just sticking it down the inside. Mercedes not able to capitalise on that either. He's going to be stuck behind Callum Anderson for another few hundred metres, I think. Ivan pits to probably put on, I'd say, the softs maybe. No, he'd be on the mediums. Let's just double check what he does do. Want to see. Soft, mediums it is, sorry. Storm and Anderson still scrapping it out. Oh, wow. Callum Anderson really wants to try and get a move on that racing point. Down the inside goes the Mercedes. Can't quite get the move stuck. What's this? Messi on DRS aquaplaning. S still scrapping. Oh, bit of contact between the two. Ferrari trying to stick around the outside. Messi down the inside to defend the position. It's still side by side. Ferrari has the line. Messi has the grip. Ferrari down the inside. This is very Silverstone-esque. Oh, just runs Messi wide. But Messi's coming back. Down the inside, is he going to have to hold position? He's going to have to hold position. I tell you what, for a car that's on 11 old hard tyres, Messi's done brilliantly. Oh, Messi's gone. I don't think there was contact. Oh, Christ, nearly rejoins very late on the track then. Looks like he's safe for time. No Future gets fastest lap of the race so far. Callum Anderson comes into the pits. Riley goes through. Wide load. This could spice up towards the end. Medium runners really coming back at the hard runners. No innuendo intended. Callum comes out P8. Maybe by... Oh, wow. I'm not sure where he'd come out, actually. Maybe 12th? No, he comes out 11th. You have to deal with no ticks for the moment. Crimson goes through. This could be interesting. Although I think Callum Anderson will be able to get away on very fresh medium tyres. The fights are starting to come to us once again. Just over half a second back. Is Riley Byes going to try and make a move on Storm? Massive speed differential, what with DRS being activated, but still nothing to be made of this move. Another lap, he'll have to wait. What about Ivan on aquaplaning? Move made. Oh, just about. Oh, yellow flag sector 3. That is Callum, he's gone. Oh, very close to collecting PB Racing as well. Notix doesn't look like he's going to be able to collect him just yet. That was... Ivan and DRS again still going through it into turn 1, 2 and 3. But it looks like that Aquaplanium is actually going to get his front wing taken off because Ivan was dedicated down the inside. He wanted to try and run him wide. Another sector 3 spin, and that's PB Racing. No, he went to turn 1, and that's Callum Anderson. Front wing gone. After what was such a Grand Prix for him, let's actually take a look. He's lost 10 positions. Was running 5th. And he's out. He's binned it. Such a shame. And virtual safety car. Again. 3rd one this time. Although I think this one should be a safety car. Actually, I think a safety car could quite work out for Golden Crimson and Messi right about now. They could strap on the soft tyres and then run to the end. That'd be something to see. Actually, a full safety... Oh, Christ, and Notix very nearly goes. No, sorry, V8 field. Apologies, very tired. When will this VSC go out? No Future seems very in control. 8-second gap to Dean Gamer. And it's gone. There we go. Resumed. Riley making a very good start under that safety, virtual safety car. My bad. I think he's just managed to keep Storm ahead of him. Wilo Billy looks like he might be able to join into the picture. Although I think this is the only fight going on at the moment. I don't think there's going to be any overtakes made though. Looks like they're pretty far apart from each other. Riley was looking down the inside. Maybe even for a late move. What about aquaplaning on Ivan? Not this time. He was more than a second behind, so no DRS for you, I'm afraid, friend. Turn 1. Any calamities? No. However, Dean Gamer looks to be under the most pressure right now, trying to defend second from P3, P4 and P5. Got 4 cars running for P2. I think we're going to stick with this battle for a moment. He's gone. That's Messi, I think. He's gone somewhere. Where's he gone? Oh, there he is. There we go. He's ghosted. No, and he's back with us. Notix gets a 3-second penalty. That'll usually correlate with corner cutting. Inside goes wide load Billy. Not just yet. Riley shuts the door. That Mercedes lost the rear end then. Wide load Billy looking to come back on Riley again. Looks to be a double overtake maybe. Go on board with wide load Billy. Load of jostling going down the inside. Dive bomb didn't quite work there. No Future going even faster with 35-1. Looks to be very in control of this race as wide load Billy goes very wide. How about Riley on PMP Storm? Nothing to materialise. Hello, Billy down the inside. Still can't stick it. He's have to make a move soon or else his tyres are going to go off very quickly. Down the inside goes Billy. Oh, and that's the McLaren gone. He's just held it. Just held it, but might have been a little bit too eager on the throttle, I think, there. Massive shame for Riley. He was on... Well, he was there for a podium, in fact. He could have even gotten P2 if he just managed to just not... Oh, Christ almighty, and Billy nearly ploughed right into the back of PMP Storm. How about this? Oh, hello. Whoa, what's going on here? Messi, what are you doing? Just slowed right in front of PB Racing. Down the inside goes... But what is Messi doing? I can see PMP Storm is going for Dean Gamer, but... Messi, what on earth are you doing, man? Just... I mean, I'm just gonna stick on here just for a moment, see if anything else happens. Yellow flag, sector 3. I don't know who it is. Whatever's happened has stayed. Also, I think the absolute calamities between those two are finally over. Messi, what were you doing? You just stopped right in front of the Mercedes. I think wide load Billy's tyres might just be starting to go now. Riley might still have a chance at P4, or unless these two collide. Been looking very feisty for about a lap now, going from about a 10th to 5 tenths. PB Racing pits. Is this for a front wing change? If this is for a front wing change, you might actually have a case against Messi here. It is a front wing change. He's going right into the softs. He's going for a fastest lap. Messi, you've got some explaining to do. And PMP Storm and wide load Billy. What's happened? He's gone. As I said, in case these two collide, Dean Gamer has lost second place. The PMP Storm. Wide load Billy P3. Crash is also gone. I think he's lost his front wing as well. No, he's just slow. That sounds really bad. Sorry. Vittino looking to take advantage and runs wide himself, nearly into the gravel. DRS has now been enabled. Riley Byes goes into the pits. I'm not sure why. Is he going for softs? Or has he got damage? We'll have a look once we get into the McLaren box. No front wing ready. He's going for fastest lap. Just got held by Dean in the pits there. What about wide low Billy? He could be coming for P2. Oh, this could be interesting. Oh no, it won't. Sorry. Riley Byes is miles ahead of Dean Gamer. I thought they were going to start contesting on fresh tyres to see who really has the upper hand. Field with another 3-second penalty. Well, I think he has a 3-second penalty. That'd be awkward if he doesn't. Aquaplaning's lost it, or has he pushed Riley wide? Riley's still in it. He's kept his foot in. Sticking it down the inside goes Riley, and there's light contact. Don't you dare go off, boys. Riley sticks it ahead. And Messi's retired. What on earth is he... What was... I'm sorry, Messi's going to have to explain himself. As PMP loses second place to wide load Billy. And Messi leaves the session. Although P2 still not over yet. Around the outside goes Storm. Wide load Billy. He's going to... No, he's not going to try and crowd him out. PMP Storm's going to try and take his time. I think wide load Billy, he's just going to have to gun it for another 4 laps before Storm's tyres look better for wear than Billy's. Take a look at Golden Crimson versus Dean Gamer. I mean, Dean's just going to be massively faster, isn't he? I mean, 19 lap old hards versus 1 lap old softs. Don't need to be a scientist. Notix comes in for a stop. Is this a front wing as well? A lot of people coming in for softs, I see. Or is this just a front wing change? No front wing ready! Looks like people are just going for fastest lap. Let's see. Storm is still going after Billy, so Billy's going to have to start picking up the pace. No Future goes faster still. 34.9. Better exit for PMP Storm. He's going to have a run at Billy. I don't think so. Or might he? He's still stuck there behind Billy. And Riley smashes it with a 34.4. And Dean smashes that with a 34.1, 3/10 quicker. Let's see what PB Racing does. He's on 2 lap old softs. I think PMP Storm might actually have a chance to take back PB the driver. He's going to go for it down the inside. He's crowded Billy wide. That's going to give him a better run. And I think Storm might have kept Billy at bay. Unless Billy can answer going to turn 1. Let's have a look. Down the inside maybe for turn 1. He might have to go up to turn 4, I think. Because if you can't make it for turn 1, you might as well just line yourself up for turn 4 where you got a bit of a straight and dive bomb opportunity. PMP Storm, 7/10 behind Billy, so that might be it for him. But for Dean Gamer, he's still got a chance at points. Still, right down the inside he goes. Nearly punted him off, but he's given back the position to DRS. That's very decent to see. Continuing the good fight. However, Dean is running no ERS. Down the inside he goes. He's going to have to stick around the outside. Be careful. Switch back. Oh, very nearly crashed. Very nearly. Down the inside again, maybe. Nope, he's going to have to try and bide his time. DRS is just running overtake mode. So clearly you can tell that his tyres are really slugging him down, whereas Dean Gamer mode, down into overtake mode. Higher top speed, round the outside, down to the end of the hairpin, smooth as you like. Let's just stick with DRS aquaplaning just in case. He's going to stick it down the inside, but might go touch wide. Dean Gamer for a switchback. Oh, Ferrari nearly losing the rear end into the racing point. And that's Dean Gamer through for P8. Oh, Christ, there's nearly a collection there. Whoa! Dean Gamer nearly goes wide. This is not over yet. DRS aquaplaning wants that position. And he's got it back. Oh, wow. Okay, now I've changed my mind. This is the fight to watch. Racing point down the inside, stick around the outside. Can he keep the move there? You or not yet. DRS aquaplaning trying to crowd him wide. Not gonna. Down the inside goes the racing point. And crowds DRS again wide, but not as bad as last lap. And that might be it. Yellow flag sector 2. Who do we have? Not seeing anything at the moment. No ticks again in. What's happening? Do keep my eye on that gap between 8th and 9th. The last lap. Another change. A change of tyre again. What has been happening? Whereas No Future, I mean, he just controlled the race. Speaking of controlling the race, DRS Aquaplaning and Dean Game is still going at it! Unbelievable! Oh, he's got the corner! Oh, what could have been? What could have been of that move? If he just stuck it there. He could have just crowded DRS wide and not have to resort to the corner cutting. Or maybe it wasn't even intentional and he just oversped into the corner. Well, I don't think Vittino's going to make any move on P4. PMP Storm and Wide Load Billy still going at it. This could be the final move. I'm sticking here. As soon as we get to the hairpin, we're going to join No Future. Or is he already at the hairpin? Nope, not yet. Final move. The PMP Storm. I think he's just got enough of a buffer, Wide Load Billy, to keep himself ahead. No dive bomb. And No Future comes across the line to take maximum points at China. Brilliant race. What a controlled drive. 9.3 seconds. Vittino goes ahead of Crasher. Final late move from the Ferrari to take P4. Brilliant stuff. PMP Storm P3, Vittino 4, Crasher 5. Ivan coming across the line to take P6. Riley wasn't able to capitalise on those soft tyres and make it P6. He finishes P7. And DRS Aquaplaning, what a fight you have given us. P8 for you. And behind you got Golden Crimson and Dean Gamer. And Dean was looking really feisty for a fight there. And last across the line, V8 Field in P11. Let's just stick on position. And just going off positions gains, you've got to give it to Wide Load Billy, really. Playing as well, he drove a superb race, not to forget. Well, I think just going off results, you might have to give it to Billy. That's going off my perspective. EVR might be doing a poll later on Twitter, so you can head over to EVR at Elite Vortex Racing. See who you want to give your driver of the day to. Me personally, oh, if this was F3, I don't even want to think what F2 and F1 were like. Also head over to those streams on our YouTube channel. So if you just click there, and if you go over to the F1 and F2 streams, you'll be able to see who's done well in that. Also, don't forget to subscribe as well to the channel, because why not? I mean, we only started the middle of last year, and we've already got 3 full-time leagues running. Been phenomenal for EVR. What more is to come of this league?